And we're back. Nuggets here with some more Modern Warfare 3 beta content for you today. With the beta pretty much over, I just want to go over some things that I think are still kind of important. That what has me the most concerned about Modern Warfare 3. I want to say that I think the beta feels great for the most part. There's always going to be problems, but I think that at the base, it is now pretty much what Modern Warfare 2 should have been. It's still very similar, but just polished off from the bat pretty much. But yeah, so getting into that, I do think that with all the Modern Warfare 2 stuff carrying over, weapons, the sheer number of weapons is going to be a problem. If any of the leaks are true for what weapons are coming, there's going to be over 100 weapons on day one. And I feel especially considering how imbalanced the weapons already are in the beta, I think that trying to get everything balanced together with all of them is going to take them a while, and they are really going to have to be on point with keeping on top of that. Whereas in Modern Warfare 2, we were only getting weapon balancing every season or half season. And I feel they really need to be doing it more regularly than that, especially at the start. With all that and how much it already feels you really have to choose the meta weapons just to play. I think that they're going to have to really keep on top of that and struggle with it for at least a while. So I think the first 2 weeks at least, once the game comes out, are going to be a nightmare. Especially since I'm going to be grinding camos, so I'm going to have to be using all the non-meta weapons and everything, and I think it's really going to be a struggle. And then weapon uniqueness falls into that as well. For example, we've got the Uzi pistol, but then you can put the aftermarket parts on the Renetti and turn that into another machine pistol. And the Renetti bounds better than the Uzi in my opinion, but they're both machine pistols. And then we've got other machine pistols carrying over from Modern Warfare 2, so there's going to be, I think, 4 machine pistols, because I'm not counting the Magna, that thing's shit. So 4 pistols right off the bat that are all machine pistols. Sure, they'll feel slightly different, but how different can they feel? I know that the slower TTK will give them a bit more leeway with that. The slower time to kill gives them a greater chance to have weapons feel differently. But even still, with that many, they're gonna start running into problems with how things can feel. Some weapons I'd like to see them add would be bring back the M79. I think the last time we saw that was Cold War. Maybe Vanguard. I didn't play Vanguard though. But yeah, the M79 with the thumper. I think it'd be really cool to have that, because anti-personnel rocket launcher kind of fucking sucked in Modern Warfare 2. And it'd be cool if they could use the weapon swapping feature to give us 2 options of grenades. So we can have grenades, sticky charges, drill charges. They had a drill undercharge, drill grenade under barrel attachment in Modern Warfare 2, and that's going to be carrying over because all the attachments are. So it's a thing I'm not against. So I think that having the thumper with able to take in a combination of 2 and switch between it with the alternate fire button would be a very cool thing to have. You could have 1 grenade and 1 smoke grenade. And then, you could work that into your build, because there's certain vests that allow you to not take one or the other, and you kind of get around that with this, but you're losing a weapon slot instead. I think it'd be kind of an extra cool feature to add. Another weapon would be the AR-6 Stinger, I think it's called. It's basically the midway point between an actual crossbow and the Shadow Claws from Black Ops 3. It's an actual thing. It's a close quarters combat pistol that has 6-round, 6-bolt magazine, I think, and you can cock it really fast. You couldn't akimbo them because you do still have to manually cock them, but it's really fast. I think it'd be cool to see a crossbow type thing in the pistol slot, and it'd be even if it's similar to other weapons, I feel it'd still seem like it was trying, because there'd be drop off, but you could trade it off with having a good headshot chance in close quarters, because that's where it'd be used. I think it'd be both a cool and nice addition. You could go like something like the Gilboa Snake, I think it's called. It's basically two AR-15 sandwiched together. So literally it has 2 magazines, 2 triggers, 2 barrels, 1 scope. And I think that it'd be cool to see something like that and what they could do with attachments. Like have it so you can fire both barrels at once but have like crazy recoil. Have it so that you could be firing 1 barrel and then when you reload that one you could like crazy hip fire the second barrel and have it be really inaccurate but like you're still firing even though you're reloading. Like that might feel a bit out of place, but it's just like kind of this. These are all production weapons. Like I feel like it would be a great addition, or something like a really heavy sniper. Like I'm about to get onto snipers as my second point. But like something really heavy duty that like you could effectively shoot someone out of a moving vehicle with, as opposed to like needing to dome them through the windshield kind of thing. But like there's a 950 JDJ shot sniper and it only has one thing, like it doesn't have a magazine, so that could be the balance point. Like it's individual rounds, treat it like a rocket launcher where we'd only take in like 5 rounds or something. And then yeah, have it have like crazy high idle sway or something so that it's harder to hit your shots, but it absolutely like smashes things when it does. So like taking out vehicles make it easier, or have it be the sniper that's capable of taking someone out with a one-shot headshot, even if they have armor kind of thing. Because like the community always seems mixed on that, whether they want one or not. But I think that like a really stupid heavy sniper that obviously has the downsides of being a really stupid heavy sniper would be kind of cool to see. But then yeah, my second point is snipers. They are overpowered as fuck in the beta. Just, you know, that slower time to kill, while it gives more opportunity for uniqueness and everything, it really lends itself to one-shot weapons. Like, shotguns, I don't feel like the ones we had access to are too overpowered. In fact, I was saying earlier that I think the Lockwood 680 actually needs a buff to its 2-shot damage range. I think its 1-shot damage range being point blank is fine. But like snipers, they're very, especially I think it's the KV Interceptor, it's like stupid easy to get one-shot kills with. The longbow seemed to be the one everyone preferred. I didn't really get used to that one yet. But yeah, it was like people were running around with that constantly getting one-shots. And when it's taking you like 6 bullets to take someone down, having them just be able to, you know, snap onto you and kill you, it does not feel good. I don't want them to do what they always seem to do in Call of Duty though, and just increase the ADS speed exponentially. I think that giving more flinch when hit and higher aiming idle sway would be a better balance point, because like the idle sway would kind of make hard scoping harder, and the flinch would make it harder to just be on someone's head when you're already being shot. So like that's where I think they're really going to kind of struggle the most, getting them to feel good without just kind of, you know, killing them instead of having them be too powerful. And then the next point is spawns. I know they have said that they are working on them, but they feel fucking garbage. I'm excited to see what they do. But judging from like the people I've watched that have been playing for years and like exclusive Aces deeper analysis, everyone seems to just be saying that it's like fundamentally flawed. They're kind of doing the whole spawning system wrong, as opposed to it just being like the criteria. Because like I'm still spawning like facing people directly and they'll just shoot me, or like to the point where I couldn't do anything except immediately get shot, and that makes me not want to play the game kind of thing. That's like the spawn system is something I'm going to be running into constantly, and if it feels bad, I'm not going to have as much fun playing the game. So while I'm sure they're working on it, and like they'll kind of change how the spawns work, maybe tweak the criteria so that you have to be further away from people or whatever, I don't know what they're going to do, but I am still very concerned about how it's going to feel when it actually comes down to it. Because how it is now, if it is fundamentally flawed, I don't see how they're going to save it. They might be able to make it feel better, but I don't think it will feel like perfect for a very long time at least. Another thing that is kind of like more of a nuisance, because it's like, if you're on a good kill streak and you randomly die to an exploding barrel or car exploding, like sometimes it's fair enough, sometimes it's not. And unless I am just crazy, there used to be like an indicator that came up similar to a grenade that said when you were near an exploding barrel or exploding car. I get if a grenade goes off under a car or something, or someone shoots the barrel right next to you and it explodes, it's not going to come up. But I was trying to, like, you know, shoot a barrel once and stand next to it until it exploded to see if it had come up, and I just couldn't get it to work. I want that indicator to come back just so we have, like, kind of... We've got really good people awareness with, like, you know, the UAV back to how it used to be, and footsteps allowed. People want to tweak that so teammates are a bit quieter. I agree with that, but at the same time, I don't want them to gut footstep volume altogether. I think it's in a nice place where I can have good, like, I'm learning map awareness because I didn't play MW3 back in the day, but like, so I'm learning the map awareness, but I want to keep that like spatial awareness from being able to hear things as well. But yeah, so like having that thing, yeah, there's something nearby that's going to explode, would be very handy to see. I would like it to just be like a thing they implement, but even if they bake it into a perk, like to give EOD it because it's the explosive perk, or to add like a thermal part to the LR indicator, which does not seem to be working at all. Apparently it shows off Guardians, but like the symbol for it is high alert, and it doesn't seem to be doing jack shit for that. So I'm not really sure what it's meant to be doing, or if it's not working, or if I'm just not aware of what it's meant to be. But like, if you add like the thermal detector into it so you can get more map awareness, so to give it an extra use kind of thing, is how I'm looking at it. Something else with like kind of in the line with map hazards is the crashing VTOL from MW2. It was cool, but it's so fucking annoying. I don't like, keep it in hardcore or whatever if you want. Like, I'm sure the people that play there all the time are annoyed by it as well. But I don't think it needs to be a feature where it's like, okay, so you shoot down an enemy team's VTOL, or your teammates do, and it just happens to go in your direction, and now you're fucked, your kill streak's over, you gotta respawn. I don't think it's fair, especially if like you're running cold-blooded to counter aerial score streaks kind of stuff, and then it kills you anyway because it crashes into you. Like, what the fuck? It's annoying as shit. Like, the animation's cool, keep the animation, but because it's like, even if it's your own VTOL and the enemy team takes it down, it can spin towards you, you can die to it, and it does not feel good to have in game. Speaking of EOD as well, that brings me on to my next point, and that is breacher drones. Fuck, they are annoying. And yeah, I think that they need to be changed. I've seen a lot of, like, when I've been looking into them, I was seeing a lot of people saying, oh, they should move to a field upgrade instead of a normal, like, in your lethal spot, so you can only have it sometimes. I don't actually mind them being a grenade. The part that annoys me is that they seem to kill you even if you have EOD on, which just makes me not want to use EOD. So yeah, because everyone's running them because they're powerful. So whether they actually want to change it at all, or if just they tweaked its interaction with EOD, I think it would feel better. Like, make it so that it's like an RPG or something, where if you have EOD and it lands near you, you'll take a lot of damage but not die, or if direct impacts you, then it'll still kill you, so that, like, you know, it's not just someone wasting their grenade on you. I think that would be a good point of contention. You know, I feel like that, yeah. I think that would really balance the whole thing out, just buffing its interaction with EOD. Then, like, that's kind of like my main concerns. Obviously, there's like lots of bugs. UI feels kind of crappy in certain parts. And that I'd all like to see changed. I found it easy to just get the game. Like, I haven't had the game just crash on me playing it, but I have found like certain interactions you can do in the menus will crash the game kind of thing. So I'm hoping that'll all get ironed out, but like, that's not a big concern. There was about half a season in MW2 where I could go to a store bundle and then take the weapons from that into the firing range and preview them before purchasing it. I don't know if it like decreased sales or something, that's why they removed it, or if my account for whatever reason just cannot fucking do it and other people can. But I want to see that return. Like, even if like I don't buy the bundle or anything, it's just cool to experience the weapons. And like, I know they've got the little window there, but like that doesn't really give me a true indication of how bright and on my screen all the visual effects are kind of be. It's up against a wall, whereas like, especially if they do a better firing range, I feel like they could do a much more interesting one than they did last time, where like, you know, you could run up and test melee weapons against it kind of stuff, because they couldn't do that here. Yeah, that kind of thing. I'd like to be able to take store bundles in. I don't know if they'll bring that back or not, but it'd be nice. I think that might be all for today, though. If you've got any other points, or if you disagree with my points, feel free to let me know down below. Like, I'm sure no one from Activision will ever see this or anything, but, you know, it's still good to get the community talking. So, that is where I'll leave it for today, though. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one.